Alright guys, the king of the underground, 1am, just crashed out on everybody, from 1am to the biggest bird himself, Lil Reno, and even Netspend, and Sofago, and more, of course. So, let's talk about it. Alright, I can't do that voice anymore, but let me explain how it started. So, randomly on his story, Izaya Tiji said he was about to drop, but he remembered that, wait a second, why would I drop when my fans can just listen to my sons? They can just listen to my clones. They don't need my music for real. You know, he just had this genius epiphany. So, here's the story. He said, I was about to drop right now, not gonna lie, but y'all really don't need that. I'm constantly reminded you got other Izayas. Laughing emoji. And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of funny. Like, real shit, y'all don't know how close I be to dropping some shit. Then I realized, oh yeah, y'all choose my clones over me every time. Someone said, bro, fine with himself. Man, stop hallucinating and drop. Someone said, who are his clones? I love him. So first of all, this is almost on par. This is almost as stupid as when Uno the activist said, yo, when my monthly listeners on Spotify go up, I'm gonna drop, when it's the opposite. You know, this is kind of on par with that. It's like, bro, if you don't drop, doesn't matter how influential you are. Actually, you can be like Frank Ocean or something, but if you don't drop, people are going to listen to other rappers. And yeah, they might sound similar to you, you know? All your fans are teenagers, like they don't have insane patience or anything, you know? Anyways, afterwards, he went on a huge rant and started calling out all his clones. So, one person said, you my favorite Indian, bro. And he said, Fago made his whole flow off Deeply. And he said, thank you. Deeply is one of Izaya Tiji's most popular songs. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. So Fago did not clone Izaya Tiji. He probably messes with him and stuff. But Izaya Tiji was like, thank you. He also called Reno Diddy. A fan was like, bro mad, Reno up, and he's still going on rants on Instagram in 2024. Lil envious peon, all you do is go. That's why you'll never be on Summers or 1am level. And by the way, we'll get into the 1am stuff because it's a lot. He said, how am I envious? I got thousands of y'all telling me what it is. And he said, I'm not worried about Diddy Reno. All that deal money will be wasted on lean again, of course. However, he also said big on Fago, sadly. So he thinks Fago is the biggest clone. And someone said, keep Fago's name out your mouth. He better than you in every aspect. He said, where would his sound be if I hadn't come into play? Well, for sure, he would have had his breakout singles. That's Wi-Fi's work. And those types of beats come from working with me, all to perfect a sound. So he talks about his producer, Proud Wi-Fi, a little bit later. But he's basically saying, yo, the sound that Sofago used on his run was something I birthed. So, okay, if you listen to some Sofago's like older music, some of the fan favorite stuff is like stuff produced by Polak, who's like a plug-in B. So that's obviously not like plug-in B prod. So that's obviously not what Izaya Tiji is referring to. But he also has like a lot of melodic songs on like somewhat ambient beats. But the thing is, bro, Izaya Tiji had clones, and I'm gonna get into the 1am part in that argument, but Sofago just was not like on some ambient like that. You could somewhat make an argument about the beats, but you know, it's not that strong, especially for Sofago. It's just not there. And I listen to his old all the time, you know what I mean? Like, listen to both of them, they're just not the same. Anyways, they also said Che's a clone. Someone said Che a clone. And it was a guy with an OK Mar profile picture. Shout out OK Mar. He said, whether true or not, he came to me and said he fucks with me himself, so I like Che. So basically, Che DM'd Izaya and gave him his flowers. He said, yo, thank you for birthing my son. I'm just joking. But that's cool of him. Good, you know? And by the way, if you listen to Che's last tape and even his early like TikTok singles, it's not like super... He's not a clone. He's just influenced. So that's why people were kind of having like a... I wouldn't say issue, but they were just writing it off because it's like, bro, it's not really clone music. But anyways, let's get into the 1am allegations. If you don't know about 1am, he's actually had these clone allegations for a while. For example, 1 year ago, when 1am did not have a lot of followers, they posted a snippet of his to an Izaya Tiji subreddit, and most of them were with it, but one person was like, yo, he's a clone, and it was pretty clear he was inspired by Izaya Tiji, alright? And even on TikTok, I'm not even gonna click on it to watch it. They're calling him an Izaya Tiji clone. Anyways, let's get into what the fans were saying. Be honest, old 1am. Damn. He said, damn, 1am. 1am the biggest clone of you, Izzy, I swear he is. 1am is just you in 2020 with better PR training and a slightly less cringy and hard. Oh, we gotta cut the R word out. Jeez. By the way, when did that become a bad word? Like, one day, I don't know. I didn't get the memo. Like, we used to call each other that all the time from like elementary school. We were in like first grade saying that. Maybe that was a little early, but still, come on. But yeah, back to the thing. And he was like, yeah, I don't give a about PR, whatever. Clearly, bro, you posted 500 stories just ranting and dissing everybody. I'm just having fun, no promo, but y'all can make a whole career out of my flows and presets if you want. By the way, I'm not saying Izaya Tiji isn't influential. I'm gonna go over that at the end of this video. He's very influential. Anyway, someone said, bro, Izzy, you can't do that. I can't have beef with 1AM. I'm a streamer. I mess with this music, but he def took inspiration from you and you dropped One Puff, that song on your mix, please. So he's asking for a song. He said, damn, bro, this is the biggest clone or something. I haven't heard his songs. He doesn't even know who 1AM is or have listened to his music, which is honestly kind of crazy. He then says he will never do a song with them. I will never make a song with Zen. Zen is like 1AM's nickname, is what his fans call him. It's kind of like Summer's Reno. I guess that's a analogy I guess I can make. Thanks for putting me on to the reason not you denial having ass. I can't say the rest. Rooster suckers. Someone even told Izaya Tiji that he listens to 1AM because he doesn't drop music. There's also this thing about Jace. I've been a fan of like Slay World, I guess, for a while. You would have known that Jace and Izaya Tiji had beef back in the day. Apparently Jace tried to buy a repost off of Izaya Tiji and he was like, oh, and you know, their names are similar. You gotta think like Jace and Izaya Tiji. By the way, back then a lot of people didn't know how to say Jace, and there was this Instagram live where honestly Jace kind of like stood on business and he was like, bro, like I was just investing myself. I wasn't a fan, this and that, and Izaya kind of like folded a little bit. But it seems like they're cool now. He said Jace's not a clone because of his name, and I never had a problem with that name. Y'all just put that on all those underground pages as YT video captions. Whoops, sorry man, I'm just kidding, I never did that. But yeah, he said he's cool with Jace. Another very interesting thing is he messes with Netspend. I don't know why I said Netsplend. He said, literally, I don't know why they can't just come to me and say I mess with you like Net did. But you see all these people trying to convince me I'm just talking about nobody. Like, what type of gaslighting? Literally all you need to do is get a cosign. By the way, there is one person who's an actual clone that he actually didn't really like air out on these stories. And this is like the one guy who's like, oh, he cloned his and that's Rich Amiri. In the beginning of Rich Amiri's career, which is when Internet Money noticed him, or actually when they started noticing him, they just cloned Izaya Tiji's flow and sound with Rich Amiri to a T. The flows, the cadence, the sound, the beats, everything. And there was this one moment where like Rich Amiri apparently beat sorry, I don't know why I said Jace, Izaya in Fortnite. And he was like, bro, I beat you. And Izaya was like, no, you didn't beat me, and had like some bet or something. And this is what the fan was referring to. He said, damn, he beat your ass in Fortnite too. He was like, dog, man, oh my god, y'all really running with that? That's all y'all say about us too? You know it's more than just that, right? You know that's the only thing he ever won against me, right? One time. I cooked him every other time, and everyone I know too! My voice doesn't have it in me to scream anymore. We literally scammed Rich Amiri twice in a row. He's so dumb. He doesn't know that some shoes are fake. Say some like that to me IRL. I'm taking your lips and ripping him off. And the fan said, I'm not reading all that. Yes, you are, bro. You literally posted it to Twitter, but okay. Clearly, he doesn't play with that. By the way, what do you guys think of Izaya Tiji's haircut? Someone even said Osama-san started off as an Izaya clone. Okay, that is a little crazy. Osama has been making music since like 2020 though, so you know, they're kind of like, I think he's probably a fan. And even people like OKMar, I know I said one of those people had an OKMar profile picture. If you go on an OKMar archive, he bought like a Can Open. They have a song called Dior. He also apparently bought a Izaya Tiji Open. So he has a song called 308mm with him too. There's the Can song as well. So like these guys were fans of these people. So the 1AM thing kind of makes sense. The Che thing kind of makes sense. Think about it. You're just younger and you're a fan of the scene. You're going to be a fan of Izaya Tiji, right? And people kind of said that you're like the Jesus of the underground, bro. Oh, Santa, okay, Mar, etc. Proof I ain't on no high horse. Y'all saying all this. I mean, of course your fans are going to say that, but yeah, he's the point. Someone said Can Biden too. And by the way, they were also saying that 1AM copied Izaya Tiji's hairstyle, so the color of Isaya's dreads. They're like, bro, he just kind of looks like you, and he's like, wait, bro, that's not a natural hair color. And yeah, he's right, you know, African people don't have brown hair or that color, or at least not to my knowledge. Anyways, what did people have to say about this? Kevin got swag. Ian's ex-manager said, I feel bad for 1AM because that guy was the ambient wave for real until he crashed into the gay loud 808 sound. I wouldn't really say he did. He kind of still is on like some ambient, like chill. Jace's manager or ex-manager said most influential since Doo-Wop. He's Brizo and Yapo JJ's manager now. Someone said prime Fago over any Izaya song. I'm not gonna lie, the Fago allegations are like the biggest stretch. You can kind of agree with the deeply flow thing, like kind of, but I don't know. The other thing you gotta understand is like Fago like pioneered and did his own way before. He really is not a clone of Izaya. You could just like make one little point, but I don't think that was like a him clone, like, oh, nah. Anyways, that was kind of it. The sad reality about the situation is that Izaya Tiji, he has delivered good music every year. Thing is, the volume is just not there. He's just not dropping at the quantity that he once was. He's clearly more unstable than he was at one point. He has mental issues. I don't really want to go into that stuff. It's kind of like personal, but he's spoken about it. You can find it later or on the internet. And he clearly hates his fan base, and he kind of wrestles with that fact and dropping and all this. He's still cool with some members of Slay, like Frank's Last Day. That's like his boy. I'm pretty sure he still might be cool with Goonie as well. My mic just tweaked, by the way. I don't know why. But yeah, I would say though, Izaya Tiji is someone who's like, wow, he's truly talented because he's insanely unique. He's insanely influential, and his stuff is just so good. Like, yo, I can name like 10 songs off the top of my head that are just like beautiful. He's just so good. Like, listen to Plastic by Izaya Tiji. The song is so hard. I don't know, he's just good. You know what I mean? It's just a shame that he doesn't drop that much. And most of the time when you kind of hear about him, it's just like bullshit like this. The other thing too is the whole clone. Nobody on that list is like a straight clone of him. 1AM clearly heavily inspired. Mar, Santa, like they're probably a little inspired too. It was interesting to me how he didn't even bring up Rich Amiri, but I feel like that Rich Amiri is like very obvious. And what's funny is now Rich Amiri is just cloning Future. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh my god, my mic is tweaking.